Honestly, when I hear the production, when I hear the rhymes, I feel like Cardi B came harder with this. I feel like Cardi B actually tried a little bit more to show, because Cardi B can rap. It's not that she's a bad rapper. A lot of the critique that Cardi B gets is that she doesn't write her own raps and she doesn't have good pronunciation and diction and cadence. Her cadence sucks. That's what people say, not me. Okay, I don't think that. But a lot of people who don't like Cardi B or just don't like her accent, and they probably have some xenophobia there or something, or they just don't like hood stuff, or people who speak in AAVE, they feel like it's ghetto. You get me? They're off the bat just gonna say, oh, this girl can't rap. But with Am I the Drama, I feel like the rapping was a bit better than her first album. And it's interesting because that says a lot. Because numbers wise, Am I the Drama is already having good success. It went platinum in one day. Okay, so it already went platinum in one day. And, yes, that's off of, sales and things like that, but it's also off of WAP and Up, right? Because I believe WAP, I think I read somewhere that it sold 9 million copies, and that's Up sold 5 million copies, right? So they also factor that into album sales with the streams and all that, right? So those things are already factored, and she put that on the album digitally, right? So that's gonna also boost it up and help it. And all artists do that, right? You have other artists where they'll release a single and they'll bundle it together with the previous record. I think Beyonce did that with what's that song? Break My Soul. Beyonce did that where they released the single as a bundle, where they released it with like other records and things like that. No shade to Nicki. Me bringing her in this conversation is not me shading her, but Nicki has done that with, I believe, Super Freaky Girl. So she did that as well, where she released it as like a Ice Spice. A lot of artists do that. In the streaming era, you just don't make a lot of money. These artists are not making a lot of money with streaming. So when they release a single, they'll bunch it with other previously released songs, or they'll add like an instrumental or an a cappella version to get people to keep. Basically, all of those plays really, really help the numbers, and it helps the streams, helps the sales, right?